Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I hope my voice is clear and you are able to hear me properly. Hello all, good morning. Sorry, good evening. Good evening, guys. Welcome back to my channel. It's been long time. I was kind of away from the channel. There were so many issues that were going on in the personal life. So we are back and we are back with another live session. And henceforth, I will try to be very much active on this channel and try to give you more and more projects, more and more contents as soon as possible. As you can see on the screen, we have our guest for this particular lecture, which is whose name is Mr. Vinay. I'll try to introduce him very soon. Well, okay, welcome you guys. I believe everyone already knows that we do live streaming every Sunday at 7 p.m. IST, but today it's India versus Pakistan match. So because of that, we kind of shifted the class to 6 p.m. And anyways, today's topic is one of the most important topic in SQL, which is Windows function. Many people ask me about Windows function, so I thought, why don't I try to find somebody who already works in the field of data science, data analytics, or maybe big data analytics, who must be familiar with complex SQL. And that's why I got in touch with Mr. Vinay. So Vinay will be going through the Windows function in SQL in today's session. He currently works as a AWS Data Engineer at Impetus, and he's going to walk you through how to use Windows function in SQL. Just a disclaimer, I already have end-to-end SQL tutorials on my channel. If you are new to SQL, make sure you go through the SQL videos. They are in different playlists. I am also trying to upload more and more shorts videos, which will be helpful for interview preparation. Now let's have a short introduction about Vinay immediately after the intro and get started with this session. Just a disclaimer, guys. We have a great Q&A document that has been circulating over LinkedIn from quite a few days, but that will be given as a giveaway for this session, which has more than 120 questions in SQL, interview question and answers. On top of that, I will also be giving you another document which has different SQL case studies. So stay tuned till the end to avail that. Let's have a quick look at our intro and then quickly get started with the session. So we'll try to invite Vinay, who is currently, muted right now. He's already there on the platform. I'll try to unmute him. Welcome, Vinay, to this particular session. Please try to introduce yourself and get started. Yeah, hi, Vinay.
Yeah, hi Satyajit. Thanks for introducing me to the live session. Hi everyone. Good evening. This is Suram Vinay. I'm a AWS Data Engineer currently working at Impetus. So I have dealt during my course of time. I have worked on different projects like creating a complex SQL queries. So where I have dealt on window functions as well, where I found window functions are very interesting when you are working on it. So in this tutorial, in this session I'll be helping you to understand how window function works, how interesting they are actually. So yeah, uh, yeah, we will start with slides like what is window function. So what is window functions? Generally, window functions performs calculations on set of rows that are related together. So might be we are aware of aggregate functions. Generally, that is a basic concept of SQL. Aggregate functions like max, min, count, average, right? So there is bit difference between aggregate functions and window functions. So the second thing, like unlike aggregate functions, window functions do not collapse result of rows into single value. Instead, all rows maintains their original identity. See, this will I'll be helping you to understand through the demo part. Generally, what is a window? A window is generally a set of rows that are put together. It means that Um, yeah, I'll explain this definition. Once we get into the demo, we'll be able to understand easily. So another name for the window function is analytic function. Generally, if you go to any interview, if they ask you to write analytical function, so that is also, I mean, that means they are asking window functions. Now we call it in two names, window and analytic functions. So this window functions, who will be using this window functions? The one who works on data, right? So SQL, not only SQL, there are also a lot of people like if you are using Spark, there is also window function. But basically, generally window functions came from SQL. It's this is the first part. This will be useful for data analyst, big data engineers, and who works on complex SQL queries. So in this session, I'll be explaining you the window functions, the main important window functions like dense rank, rank, row number, lead lag, sum count, average, min, max. So there are another window functions like entile, first value, last value. But in this live session, if time permits, we'll be explaining this. We'll be also explaining that as well. So the typical keywords used for creating a window function. Generally, we have over class. In over class, we'll be having a partition by order by class. So this, once we get into the demo, you'll be able to understand very easily. But yeah, so let's go into the demo to make you understand this definition actually. So we have, you're able to see my screen, right? Yeah. So yeah, yes, you're able to see my workbench, right? Okay. So generally, I have created a table called employees. So you can look at the data. So where we have around 14 records. So I wanted to let me use aggregative function. So let me use the most common aggregative functions like max salary, min salary. Let us use select. Let's select max salary from employee. So max salary from employee. So that see, we have 14 records, but once we execute this, we will be getting only one record, that is max salary. Even if you try to get based on department wise, so let me check the department wise max salary. So if you wanted to use like this, might be you have to use, yeah, group by. Yeah, we have to use group by. So you'll be getting like this, right? So you might not be able to present the employee name, employee ID. So you might not be able to present employee name, employee ID, other salary details, right? For each department, who is the highest one. So with this aggregative function, you cannot go. I mean, you cannot go through a lot of things. So that's where window function came, where you will be able to select max salary. I mean, you can also display all the data of the employee. Like you can display original rows as well as extra added column as well. So let me write this e dot star. In later time, we will be put aliasing it as e, and we will create a window function based on max of salary. Over over is a class where we will be creating a window. So window means it's a set of rows that are put together. So here we are considering all the tables rows as yeah, all the table rows as a window. So here, this is how, without using any group by class, we'll be able to get all the rows and we'll be able to add a new column, that is max salary. So let's try to do a window over here by writing a partition by department. In the previous query, what we have written a group by. So that means it's grouping the department. So here we try to partition based on the department name. Yeah. So this is how the highest salary for each department we have displayed. So here we can see admin department Anudeep. Hello. Yeah. Satchedit.
Yeah, nothing. You continue.
Okay. So here we have Anudeep in from admin department is having highest salary of 55,000. So likewise, it is since we have done a partition based on department, it created a window for particular admin department, and it will create a window for HR department, and it will create a window for IT department. So this is how window function works. So if we are using a overclass in this subclass, we will be using partition by based on which column we want to do a partition. Generally, for a products table, the partition column might be product categories. Generally, for an employee table, it would be department name. Likewise, we will select some based on the business requirement. We will be selecting a column, and we'll be doing that. Doing so. In this case, there is no need to use any group by, and moreover, it is giving a flexibility to display all the columns, right? So this is how the window function definition, I can say, like unlike aggregative function, window function do not collapse the result of zeros into a single value. Instead, it returns all it maintains all their original identity. That means it have written all the rows so that we can select any column from them. So let's go into the next one. We will go into the window functions, actual window functions. Yeah. So row number. So row number means it assigns a unique number to each value based on the condition if given in a O class. So row number.
Just 1 second, Vinay. There is a question by Harry who asks, "Are Windows functions something similar measures in DAX?" So the answer to this, Harry, is Windows function is a different concept, and the DAX concepts in Power BI are completely different. But somehow, if you want to relate both of them, you can see, right? If you go, Vinay, can you go back to that MySQL workbench? In the workbench you are able to see that you are kind of getting another column which is based out on a group by value, which is an aggregate value. So aggregate values are normally measures in Power BI, right? So here these measures are being shown as calculated columns, so you can somehow find the relation, but Windows function and DAX are completely different. They are not similar to each other. Yeah, sorry Vinay to interrupt, you can continue.
Okay. So row number means it assigns a unique number to each row. So based on the condition if you have given in a overclass. So there will be no duplicates for window. Window means set of race. As I said, it will be created based on overclass, whatever we use in that. So let's go into this. Yeah. So row number. So I'll display the employee table first in order to understand properly. So this is the employee table with employee ID, employee name, department name, salary. So let's use row number here. So let us alias it as A in order to display all the columns from employee E. So we will the syntax for the row number is like this. Like we will write a row number, and we will write overclass. Overclass is something which will be creating a window, which means a set of rows. So we will simply write a partition since we wanted to do a partition based on department name. Let's try not to create a partition first. So let's simply consider whole table as a window. So then if you wanted to consider like that, you don't need to write anything over there. You'll write row num. So now what it will do is like it will be giving the data. It will be assigning the row number to all the, yeah, to all the records. Like simply it starts from one and it ends. There is no, I mean, there is no skipping or anything. Like 1 2 3 5 till 14, since there are 14 records, it is 14. So what is the difference, why we have not used any partition over here? So just make you understand, if you don't give anything over here in over class, it will consider all the data, all the records in the, all the records in the table as a single window. So let's try to do a partition in the on department wise, partition by dpt name. So what it will happen, like generally, uh, so what will happen, like IT department, right? So this all the records we have it. So this all records comes under one window. So department IT comes under one window, that are 5 records. So for this it assigns 1 2 3 4 5. And for HR department, it the 4 records we have, right? Yeah, 4 records. So this will be a set of rows that is called a one window. So it will assign 1 2 3 4 for that. Same follows with admin department. So this is how, yeah, admin department 1 2 3 4 5, and HR 1 2 3 4 5. So this will be this is one use case. Generally, let's suppose if you have a products table, there we have not assigned any serial number for that. Let me, I also created a product table. If you have a data set which is having only product ID or product name, product category, but you don't have any unique identifier, which is called a row number or any kind of product ID, you don't have, but you wanted to introduce a new product ID. So in that case, you can use row number for that. So let's uh, do that once. Example, uh, one use case is that you have a product table. You have a product table, product name, product category, and product price, but we want to introduce a product ID here. So what we will be doing is we'll alias it as P, and we'll fetch all the columns, and then you'll simply I can take this from here, and yeah, I know, like if you wanted to do a partition based on product category, you can, or else you don't need to do that as well. So let's make it as a product ID. So now yeah, you'll get a product IDs. So this is one of the use case, like in order to assign a serial number to each product, in order to assign, if you don't have any serial number for any of the record in the records in the table, so you can use this row number. And there are some other use cases, I mean interview questions as well, deleting the duplicates from the table. So that I think you'll be able to, now it is not possible to explain in this, but there will be interview questions where they'll be asking drop the duplicates from the table. So you can also use through a row number as well. So it means that row number, to summarize, the row number will not have any duplicate values in the in a window. So it assigns unique value for every set of rows, that is window. So the syntax for this is row number, and yeah, over partition by. If you wanted to do a partition, you can use any column.
Yeah, Vinay, I have a small. There are
And
two
next,
small. Sorry, Vinay. Sorry to interrupt. There are two questions which you probably can answer. One of the question is a good question by Johan is if we have IDs, we already have IDs in some of the tables, right? So in those cases, why do we need row number? Did you hear my
yeah,
question?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh, he's saying like if we have any IDs, I mean, if you have ID column in particular table,
Yeah,
so yeah, 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 no need. But if you wanted to customize it, like you might be having IDs from for all table, but if you want to customize based on your category, yeah, you can use it.
yeah.
If you
So
wanted to, yeah, do a partition based on product category, so in that case, you can do it.
yeah, yeah. So another answer to this question, Johan, will be what Vinay told is correct. In some tables, if you have IDs, which is a primary key, that will be unique in nature. In those cases, if you want to use only the row number without using any partition, in that case, there is no sense. Like it's like you already have IDs, so there is no need of row number, but you can use row number with over partition by some other fields. In that case, that will be useful. So it all depends on what type of use case you are dealing with. Based on that, you can use your row number. So the next question, Vinay, is Swapnil is asking, why are we giving alias as prod
Oh,
ID?
okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are giving alias p dots product p, right? So I'm using. I'm not. Let's suppose if you don't give this one, so it's fetching all the rows, right? Product name, product category, product price, ID. So otherwise, I have to give manually. Have to give column names. So that's the reason. In order to show up all the columns, so I'm using. So here prod pre, if you don't use it, I cannot simply write a star over here. If I write it like this, it will throw an error. So in order to fetch the columns, so I'm using alias.
Yeah, yeah. We use alias to shorten the name. Like we don't have to use
Yeah.
product here. One more question is by Mr. Tushar. Is are these functions supported by other databases, maybe Oracle database or Microsoft database? Are these functions supported?
Yes, yes. Most of the database, these functions are supported. Not only MySQL, I have worked on PostgreSQL as well. So these functions are, yeah, these are, I have used in PostgreSQL also. Yeah, we need to check, you need to check in Oracle, but
Yeah,
mostly it is commonly widely used in all other databases as well.
yeah, yeah. In Microsoft SQL, there might be minor changes, but overall, 95% of the cases, queries are pretty much similar. Yeah, yeah, we can proceed.
Okay. So let's go with the ranking. Like generally, row number and rank versus distance rank. These are called as ranking function. Whenever someone asks you in interview or somewhere, so do you know ranking functions? You can include these three: row number, rank versus rank and distance rank as well. So rank means let's go into a demo first. Rank means generally we will be uh, yeah, I'll be framing a query. So if you have a question like I wanted to fetch top two salaries of employees from each department. Generally, we will be using rank or dense rank. That too, that depends on the requirement. If someone says first I will be going through dense rank, that would be uh, very bit simpler. So both are simpler, but if you understand dense rank, you'll be able to understand rank as well. So I'll fetch all the rows. I have fetched all the rows here, all the columns here. So this is what someone asked before. So I just fetched all the columns, and then I'm creating a new column that is dense rank over. As I said, the question would be, or we would be getting the top two employees or ranking of particular employees on their salaries. So based on the department as well, I mean grouping by department. So what I will do is like I will create a window. Generally, I will do a partition by department name. So as I said, we have to do order by as well, because we wanted to rank the highest salary as a first one, rank one. So I'm going to order salary descending order. If you don't place descending, it will be ascending, right? So oh, somewhere okay. So what happened? Yeah, I'll make it as alias. Okay, let's go. We have admin department. Since we have done a partition based on department, so let's focus on a particular set of department wise. Um, rows, set of rows. So this is the window admin department. So since we have ordered by salary descending order, let's check who is the highest salary. That is Anudip, 55,000. So it have assigned a rank as one. So next one is 45,000. It is two, and the next one is Swapnil with 45,000. That is two. So as in class, when we were studying, so if two students get same marks, we'll be assigning same rank, right? So this is the same way. Um, so 45,000. So since they got same salary, so they have got rank as two, and 35,000 4. So the same with the HR. So this is one kind. This is a window. This is generally a set of rows. Since it is HR department, these are grouped together. So here, first one 51, 2, 3, 4. This is there is no ties here, so we did not see any kind of same ranks. But when it comes to here, this Vinay and Vikram has 70,000 of salary. So there is a tie. So they both are at top rank, top one. So we have got top, one and two. So this is what a dense rank. This is simply a ranking system while you are in class, or that kind of normal rank without skipping anything. Whereas let us go with rank. So rank is the syntax is similar. Uh, Only the thing is that instead of writing dense, we will be removing that dense, and we can alias it as normal rank. Yeah, here let's see the admin department guys first. So one, two, two, and I could not see three here. So generally 55,000 is one, and 45,000 is the second highest salary, that is two, and next one is same, second highest, that is two. But when it comes to the third highest, which we have seen while dense rank, we could see it as four. So what rank does is like it will skip if it finds any ties or duplicates. So then it will skip that rank, and then it do not follow any chronological order. I mean, it will not follow the incremental order one, two, three, four. But it will skip if it found any duplicates. So it will simply skip and add the next value. Let's suppose here we have another record. Let's say Hemant, and he also has 45,000. Then the rank would be 2, and here the Harshal would have got 5. So generally, if there are any duplicates, it will skip that particular. I mean, let's. I'll compare with the dense rank and rank, then you will get better understanding. Yeah, here if you could see this admin department, um, yeah, 55,000 1 2 2, and whereas the rank gave 4, and dense rank gave 3. So that means it will simply follow the order like 1 2 3 4. So that's why it gave 4. Since like whereas dense rank it gave us 3. So the only key difference is that rank will skip if there is any tie, or if there are any duplicates, it will skip according to the duplicates. Here we have found two duplicates, so this have added place two, so three has been skipped. So in the same way here we do have this thing. We have and dense rank we have Vinay Vikram with the same rank, same salaries. So we have they have rank a 1 1, and then the next one, Rajesh is having third rank with 40,000 salary, whereas dense rank it is 2. So as the same thing over here, it is keeping the number 2 and giving the number 3. So only difference is this. When you compare the row number with this, row number is some row number, as you know, there is no it will not allow any duplicates. It will simply give the numberings. So let add this as well, since 3 belongs to ranking functions in window functions. Let's write that as well in order to compare it. Yeah. So here, row number, it's not having any for the particular window. You could not see any duplicate row number values. Whereas in rank, you could see the same rank is assigned to the ties. Even in dense rank, it is assigned to the ties. But there is no duplicates found in row number, since it is a unique identifier, as the name itself says. So I hope you're clear with the dense rank, and row number.
Yeah. Do you think you can pick some questions? I can ask. There are some questions in the chat box.
Okay.
Okay. So the first question is by. Okay, let me pick. Swapnil has a question. Can you write these queries without alias? So without alias, if we write, uh, let's say this query from 27th line till 29th line, in that case, instead of e dot star, you can do employee dot star. And
Yeah. Yeah.
instead
Yes.
of this rank, row number, dense rank, if you don't give this alias, the column name will be too big. So it is always recommended to use alias.
Yes.
Uh,
Instead of A, we can write employee
yeah,
as well.
yeah. So another question is by Mr. Anil. You can answer probably, Vinay. That is it true that every Windows function needs to be followed by over function?
Yes. Every window function is to be followed by O function. So as far as
Okay,
I know, whatever I have used, most of the lead, lag, row number, dense rank, everywhere we use over class. But it's not mandatory that you have to use subclass in that. You can simply write, yeah, like you don't need to write partition or order by, but over class is mandatory.
correct, correct. So there is another question by Mr. Shailav that what is the difference between group by and partition by?
Oh, okay. So group by, the difference between group by and partition by is like a group by will be uh, generally what it will do is like we will be using it on aggregate functions, whereas partition by it will separate particular rows, like it will separate particular rows and perform some functions on that. Whereas group by, I think it will be performing the same thing, but it's not that much flexible to write to fetch all the columns. Like whatever you have to write in group by class, you should be selecting, right? So it's not that much flexible uh, with this.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, simple answer is also mentioned by Mr. Sumit in the chat box that group by is simply grouping. That means you want to aggregate something. You want to find the total count of gender, male this much, female this much. Or you want to find the total salary of each department. In those cases, you can do group by, which is simple grouping. Partition is basically used to separate, right? So these are two different concepts. So Windows functions, you will be definitely using partition by, because that is more easier for you to write down the queries. Yeah, probably we can. Another question is by machine learning in Hindi. Wow. They are asking in which cases we can use Windows function.
Oh, okay. So, in which cases we use window function? Generally, I can say if you wanted to get top two salaries of employees in each department, uh, let's suppose that's one of the use case. Um, so let's go with the dense rank because that would give the proper answer. Because rank will skip the rank which I mean if you have any ties. So dense rank. So I'll select again. Select star from this. I'll put it in this subquery and I'll write a where class and I'll use that rank column, then rank column which I have extracted, which I have created, and I'll put like this, or else 1 comma 2. I'll get the top two star salaries, or else I'll present 3. So then top two salaries I'll be getting. Okay, actually in MySQL we have to alias it if you are using in a subquery, in a query. So yeah, so we have faced top two salaries in each department. Let's suppose admin department we have first two salaries Anudeep Mohan Swapnil, whose salary is 45,45,000. So this is how we use. This is one of the use case fetching the top two salaries or top three salaries. So you can use rank as well, but it might. I mean, since it is a match, if you use rank over here, since it is tying, you might be getting here 3. So we will be missing the second highest salary. So that's why I used dense rank. Probably in interview, if you directly write dense rank, they might be asking why didn't you use rank, so that they'll be understanding you are aware of rank versus dense rank. You can answer that if I use rank over here, we might not get the second highest salary. So that since there is a tie of two salary, if there are ties in two salaries. I hope it's clear.
Yeah, yeah, it's clear. There are few more questions. If you okay, one question is related to how to use running sum and row between functions in overclose. Are we covering that in today's session?
No, sorry, no.
Okay. Shikhar, we will not cover this. Running sum, I think there is no function called as running sum, right?
Yeah, yeah, I don't think so. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, cumulative sum, running sum, which is moving average or moving sum. I think these kind of functions are not available in MySQL. You can probably create it by using some logic, but it's not. Row between, I'm not sure if we have row between. Do we have row between in MySQL? I don't think so. We have it. Okay, we'll try to see. Post your questions in your comment box also. If there are something which is missed, we'll probably take another session, probably next Sunday. But today's session we are not covering this. One question is by Asgar is that can we find rank of numerical columns without partitioning by categorical column?
Yeah, yes, yes. We can find rank, but it simply give you rank. I mean, it simply give rank without partitioning. We can do it.
But it
Let's
will give
try
you
once.
like your row ID, like it
There
will
is,
give you.
yeah, there will be no significance. I mean, simply we can do it, but there'll be no such use cases coming in. I mean, we will be
Hmm.
the rank means we will compare any kind of numerical value. But
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, you can do it. Yes,
Yeah,
if you wanted to do.
it will simply be a number, like sequence of numbers. That's it. No particular use case, right?
Yeah, yes. I mean, we are not we can do it, but without like doing without any kind of constraints, right? Generally, we are using partition by department, so might be we will be getting higher salaries directly. Let's yeah, we can see the output once. I'm doing that. So this is the question, right?
Vinay, is there a chance? Because I hear a lot of background noise. Is there a chance you can close your doors or something like that?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. As someone said that can we use without using any categorical value? Yeah, this is what you mean, right? The partition by department we have. This is the categorical value. So I have removed it. So order by salary descending. So what it does is like it will simply check the salary which is the highest, and then it will assign the rank. And since there is a tie between the salaries, it just skip the one second rank and then assign that. So the same thing.
yeah, yeah. Okay, there are so many questions. Do you want to take them right now, or do you want to continue with the agenda and we can take the questions in like 15 minutes?
Yeah, we can complete this lead lag one, and once after that, we can, if time permits, we can do it.
Great, great. So lead and lag was also one of the questions. So yeah, whoever is asking that, please wait. We are already covering it. Yeah, sorry. Now you can continue.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So, so lead and lag both are similar. Only the key difference is that lead means, as the name suggests, we will be fetching the subsequent rows. I mean, future or upcoming rows values. So lag means we are lagging. I mean, lag means generally behind, right? So you will be getting the previous value from a previous row's value. So let's go with these ones. I have a orders table. Uh, yeah, I have an orders table. So let me show up the data. Yeah, I have created a table where it has order ID, order date, and sales. So this is the dummy table where I have created order ID with 1 2 3 4 5 and started orders from 2017 till 2020 with a gap of 1 month. So like January, Feb, March, likewise. So what we have to do is like I wanted to get see, this is the January of 2017, right? I wanted to add a new column about the previous month sale. So I have to add a column previous month, and then I need to get the data of previous sales data. So let's suppose here might be there is no previous month, might be it would be null or something. But here this is February, and we wanted to fetch data of January. So here we should get 1500, and here we should get 3,000 since it is March, and we will be getting February data. So this is just for comparison. So let's try once. This is here we have to use lag because we want to fetch previous data. Select O word star, comma, or else for simplicity I'll simply write or else, since there are very less columns, someone asked why you are using alias, so this can be the, so you can also simply write, if you have less columns you can do it like this, from orders. So we'll create a window function, lag. So lag accepts three arguments. So first, we will be defaulting all the arguments. I mean, not all. Like we will, it has accepts three arguments. That is, one is column name, comma step, comma default value. If it is null, what it should be written. So as so this is how lag accepts. But here we can go with the first one. We can simply write sales over here over order by. There is no point in giving a partition over here. So there is no categorical value as well. So order by sales as previous sale. So what we have got is like we have ordered by, sorry, it's not ordered by the sales, it is order date. Okay, so this is 2017-01, which is the starting year. So we have done it order based on ascending order. So we did not do anything, so it would be ascending order by default. So it is trying to fetch previous value, previous month value, but this is the least one. I mean, we don't have anything prior to that. So it has a null value. So here, when it comes to this February, it's 1500. Uh, Let me, sorry, I did not select that actual sales. Okay, so this is the 1500 first one. We do not have anything prior to January 2017. We did not get any value from the extracted column. So February we have 3000, and this is 1500 because we are trying to get the previous value from the previous month. So that is 1500. So in the same way, for 4500, this March. So we'll be having a record prior to this is Feb record. So we have 3000 over here. So whereas lag mean this is lag, right? So we are fetching the previous value. Whereas lead would be like, let's write it as next sale or upcoming sale, something, upcoming month. So here you can see the first value. This is actually lag. I did not fire the query. This is the lag. So you will find the first value is null. So remaining all are uh, populated. The first value is null for lag. Whereas in lead, you can check. Yeah, I just fired the query. So the first value is not there. It means that even first value, we have January, right? As I said, it will be getting the next value. So that means this is 1500, right? So the next is February. This is January's and February's. So you'll be getting the February sales data. I mean, we will be fetching the data from the next month. So 1500 and 3000. And when you look at this, when you look at the lead, so you will see the the last value is not present because it cannot fetch the futures data, right? So that's the reason there is no records after 2021 1201, I mean December 21. So that's why it is null. So however, we can say if someone asks you in an interview, so the first value will be if you do not write any default value in the lag function, so that would be null always for the first record, and for the lead you'll be having the null for the last record. Yeah, I hope this lag and lead is clear. This is not that much complex. It is simpler. Just the thing is that lag means that is trying to get the previous records data, and lead means that is trying to get the next value. Yeah, Satyajit, hello.
Yeah, we can go for a short break, maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
If you want to have some water, you can have it. We'll go for a short break, guys, and then we'll quickly be back. In the meanwhile, let me announce something as well. Yeah, Suram, you can go for a short break. We'll be back in 2 minutes, probably.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Others, if you want, probably you can also go for a short break. Just wanted to announce few things. Because of that, I also wanted this, short break. Before that, try to watch this video. Okay, that was a very short video. Just try to explain you what exactly is this. Many of you might not know this, but yeah, we have kind of collaborated with Zep Analytics. Zep Analytics is one of the platforms. I think most of you might know it. Most of you might not know it, but we Zep Analytics has basically launched a app recently, which is definitely, how would I say this? So this app is basically powered by Class Plus. Class Plus is another edutech which supports all these small initiatives by different edutechs. So if you want to explore that application, you can probably download it. It is available on Android and Apple, but I have given the Android link. Somehow the iPhone link is I didn't had it very immediately, so Android users can probably go ahead and try to download that application. There are so many sessions on SQL, Power BI, Excel. All those things are available. We are also trying to upload more and more things very soon. So you will have more and more stuffs. I just wanted to tell you this thing. Many of you might be a little bit confused. Zepanalytics.com and the application are completely different. So if you are buying something on Zep app, you might not get that in Zepanalytics.com. Same, if you are buying it in Zepanalytics.com, you will not get the same thing on the Zep application, the Zep Analytics application. But if you try to request it, for example, you bought some course on Zep Analytics application, you want to have an access to the online portal or maybe zepanalytics.com, you can write down a mail to contact at the rate zepanalytics.com, and you will probably get something like you can get free access to the zepanalytics.com as well. So that's one of the updates I wanted to give. We are also planning to launch more and more bundled courses, projects. So more than 60 plus projects are also going to be published very soon. So definitely people who are the students of Zep Analytics Bootcamp, they will get everything for free, but others, they will have to buy it. So yeah, that's one of the updates I wanted to give. Okay, enough of the promotion. Let's get back to class. If Vinay is back, Vinay, are you back?
Yeah, yes, Satya.
Great. Yeah, we can get started. People are also willing to join the India Pakistan match. Let's try to try to finish it off in like whatever time you feel like. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So lead lag, I think it's you have understood because it's not that much complex. So as you know, lag means previous value and lead means next value. These would be useful in some cases. Let me tell you which I have already prepared because it's getting late. So I'll be showing that itself. Yeah, this thing. So what I have done is like with the help of lag, what I have done is like I just tried to fetch the difference between sales of the previous month and this month. Let's see, once we fire the query, we'll try to get the answer, then we can check. Okay, so this is the January month, right? January 1st, 2017. There is 50 100 sales, and previous sales it should be actually null. But what I have done is like as I said earlier, lag and lead accepts three parameters. One is the first one would be column name, and second one would be step. I mean, how many times it has to go back. By default, it is one if you don't give anything. But here I have as I'm planning to give the default value, I have to give it. So I gave it as 1 comma 0. Sorry, 0 means it's null. So since we are getting null here, so I wanted to make it as 0 as a default one. If you write 100 here, so it would be 100. So this is the one where if we get null, so yeah, the default value will be replaced. Yeah, we will give the default value for the null. So here I have kept 0. Yeah, here this is the previous sale. This is a simple query. What I have done previously: lag sales, 1 comma 0 over order by order date ascending as previous sale. Okay, this will face a previous value. So when you see, look at it here, 3,000 for the February month, and you could see 1,500, which is in the January month. So what I have done is like in order to make you understand, I just added a simple logic like difference between previous month and current month. So what I have done, sales is the current month, right? So this is the previous month's data. So generally previous sales derivation I have written here by doing a minus and alias it as difference. And then what I have done in the next one, created a column called variation. I mean, what is how much percentage it is variated. So in the same way, I have written this is the like a difference derivation, and then this is the yeah, this is the previous month's data. Generally, what we do, generally how we let's suppose we have a chat where we wanted to check how the trade market has been. I mean, how much the percentage has been increased. How much stocks has been increased for particular market. We will be checking in percentage, right? So this is how we can. This is the derivation like profit versus capital into 100 likewise. So here you can see this one 1500 there is since we do not have any previous value it is showing null. So here 3000 is the current month sale and 1500 is the previous. It's like double, right? This is 100% increment. So this is how we got the this is how we got the value using lag. So if you could see here, so this is the difference would be 1500. So previous month it is 300, sorry 3000. So there is an increase of 50% in this month when we compare with the previous month. So this is the one example you they might be asking you in any kind of interview, any kind of SQL interview. So lag we have used, but we can also use a lead in some place in some use cases. But this is the best example if we wanted to, if you wanted to show this kind of approach, it would be the best possible ways to use lag. So yeah, Satyajit, I think we have
Uh,
covered whatever we planned today.
Okay, let's get started with the questions. In case there are some topics which we haven't covered today, which is completely okay. Probably we can take another session and we can cover that, no problem. Let me ask you some questions from the chat box. So,
Okay.
one of them is asking, Kadamban is asking, can we discuss moving average? Can we find moving average or is there a function? I'm sure there is no function, but is there a logic to find moving average using anything? I think moving averages you can use, you can calculate using lag. Without lag also it is possible. um, do you want to cover that, or will probably answer it in the comment section?
Yeah, we can answer in the comment session in future
Yeah, Kadambini,
after.
I'll try to answer that in the comment section once this video is active. As this is a live session, you might not see the video immediately in the channel, but tune in tomorrow. Try to post it as a comment, and I will get back to you in the solution part. Okay. Uh, Another question is by machine learning in Hindi. Can we discuss, sir? Please discuss the use case where we use all these concepts like any project. It is very difficult to tell where do we use this. Once we get once my recommendation for you will be, once you know these concepts, that these are the different concepts. When you start reading a particular subject, we start studying the different concepts, right? Now once concepts are done, once you start with the data analysis part, probably using SQL or Python, on the go itself you might explore that, yeah, there are certain scenarios where you might need this windows function. Right now it is very difficult for me to tell which scenario we use this and which scenarios we don't use this. So there is no such guidebook which can help you. On the go you start doing analysis. uh, some scenarios you might not be able to solve it without using windows function. In that you can use windows function. Yeah, Sumit also answered. Yes, we can find moving average using lag function. Without lag also, there is a better way. I will write down in the comment section. Omkar is asking, Suram, I am just muting you. If probably I'll unmute you in a while. There is some background noise. Omkar is asking, data analysis, SQL इतना sufficient है क्या? Yeah. So you can go through my channel. There is a SQL playlist. 6-7 hours video is available. There were live sessions which happened like 3 months back. You can go through it. Yeah, the only problem is it is not in bilingual. It is in English. But yeah, I mean, if you have any difficulties, you can let me know. My WhatsApp number and groups and all those things are already provided in a lot of videos. If you want to connect with me on WhatsApp, you can connect with me as well. Next question is wait. Yeah, use case of dense rank. Do you want to tell a use case of dense rank, Vinay?
Yeah, yes. So dense rank. Hello, Satyajit, you have unmuted me.
Yeah. You are unmuted.
Okay. I'm unmuted. It's okay. So use case of dense rank, generally, as I said, right, like top two salaries, top three salaries, this kind of examples we can use, or else generally what I have done during my, I mean, when I was working in some other project, what I have done is like I'll be removing the duplicate in the sense based on all columns. I'll be doing a partition by, and I'll fetch only the one which is rank one. So that means, like if you are working on data engineering projects, we will be getting the same data again and again. I mean, sometimes we might be getting from source, we'll be getting updated data on particular column itself. So at that time we might get duplicates. Generally, we for that purpose, how data engineering projects would be like, updated date would be there in a particular column. So we will fetch the latest updated data and rank it as one. And so in way class we will be using dense rank equals to 1, so that it will have only the data which is very much updated based on the data date. So I think this is something related to project level. It would be very hard to understand, but yeah, that's how that will be helpful in data engineering projects.
Yeah. Yeah. So Ritu is asking, can we access to the scripts? Yeah, these scripts will be provided in the description below, probably by tonight or tomorrow morning. Okay. Once Vinay passes me on, I will upload the scripts and provide you. Shailav is asking, do you have any reference material for studying and practicing Windows function? Uh, well, we are preparing a reference material which will be ready in like uh, maybe a week. So we are preparing an in-depth Windows function document on the Zep Analytics platform. So yeah, just stay connected on any of my WhatsApp groups or maybe on this channel itself. You will get the link in a while. I'll also post it on LinkedIn once it is ready. Yeah. Yes, we will provide you database and queries, Nikhil, after this session is over. Sumit cannot share my number officially on this particular video. If you are dedicated enough, you will find me. Many people get my numbers through Telegram, through there are so many channels, but find your way. I'll not post it here. Okay, we'll try to take some off-topic questions as well. Any more questions related to this particular session? If not, we'll try to, close the topic and we'll take some off-topic questions related to non-SQL questions, career-related questions, if you want to. So one question by Sumit is Python necessary for data analyst? Python is not mandatory for data analyst, but it is always good because if you learn Python, you have more options. When you play around in the market, you have more options to play around, right? So Basics of Python you can learn, which will take you hardly 4 to 5 hours. And then after Python, you can just go through Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, and try to go through a EDA class. That's it. And all these things are already there on my channel, free of cost. Okay, so just try searching my name in the keyword EDA Satyajit, Python Satyajit. You will find those videos on YouTube. Okay. When is the next class? Next live class every Sunday we will go live. So next Sunday, I don't know the topic yet. Probably could be a interview Q&A session or could be an extension of this particular class. So we'll try to take good topics for our future Sunday sessions as well. Okay. Amit is asking what is ETL. A better person to answer ETL would be Vinay. Vinay is already working as a data engineer. Vinay, do you want to answer this? What is ETL? You can also answer
Yeah.
ELT if you want to.
Yeah. Generally, ETL means extract, transform, load. There will be a lot of ETL projects. Let's suppose if you have, you will be getting data from different sources, right? So if you're working for some pharmaceutical company or I mean healthcare company, you will have a lot of sources coming in, a lot of data coming into your S3, S3. I mean maybe AWS or some in Windows Server storage servers. So what you will do is like you will extract it firstly, you will extract it and transform it. T for transform means adding the logics, like generally we have added some logics right now. Like we have added logic for I mean deriving the new column, removing the duplicates, this kind of transformations we'll be doing. And loading means generally you'll be loading into any kind of data warehousing tool. Data warehousing tool means like when it comes to AWS Redshift is the data warehousing tool. So AWS Redshift is data warehousing means finally once you load into the database, so you'll be able to generate the reports. So that will be done by data analyst or business analyst. Or, I mean, I am not exactly sure, but someone who generates the reports based on the data warehousing database. So extracting, transforming, loading is the process. This requires a lot of jobs which will run our scripts. These jobs will be running on some kind of tools as well, like a Talent, ETL, Talent, Informatica. Nowadays, there are a lot of things like new trending technologies like PySpark, which will be running on EMR, Elastic Map Reduce, which is Hadoop cluster, and AWS Glue, which is an ATL service, and DMS data migration service. And yeah, there are a lot of AWS tools as well.
Yeah. I think there are no more questions. One last question potentially from Nikhil. What are the tools or technologies required for data analyst job? Uh, I would like to answer here. The technologies would be the basic technologies would be understanding, data cleaning activities, and ADA is a very important concept for data analyst jobs. Tech tools wise, SQL is must. Without SQL it's not possible, because when you jump into industries, either your company is using SQL, no SQL, whatever it is, but databases, understanding of database architectures are very important. So SQL is a must. On top of that, one of the BI tools is also going to be must. You can either learn Looker, Power BI, Tableau, any of them, but going with the trend, Tableau or Power BI is a choice that you can choose. Power BI preferably if you want, because Power BI is easy to learn. On top of that, you keep adding those tools to your skill set and you increase your chances of getting hired. You add Python, slowly you add few more things, and then yeah. Another question by Anil is tools required for data engineer. So Vinay would like to answer this as he is already a data engineer.
Okay. So to become a data engineer, generally what I suggest people is that uh, like you have to be good at SQL. That is a main thing. So you will be writing a lot of SQL scripts and basics of Python. Basics of Python means I mean, Python is the one we will be putting the SQL scripts. Let's suppose you have PySpark. So PySpark means Python with Spark. Sorry, Spark with Python. So it will be if you know Python basics, that's enough. You'll be accommodating all the SQL kind of scripts into PySpark. Basically, we will be having a Spark.SQL kind of library. So I can say, if you are aspiring to become a data engineer, first you have to go through SQL queries, and you can also practice SQL complex queries like windowing functions, advanced topics, and basics of Python is okay. And then if you want to be in cloud nowadays, everyone is preferring cloud. So if you wanted to be in cloud, I think AWS, few services you can list down, like AWS Glow, and Redshift for storage, and yeah, Redshift for data warehousing storage, data warehousing tool. It's a data warehousing service, and S3 for storing the data, and yeah, DMS, data pipeline, um, yeah, AWS Glue, and AWS EMR. These are the basic things, and AWS Lambda. This will be helpful for becoming a data engineer, like creating a data pipeline jobs, etc. So I can say, learn one cloud, any cloud, AWS or GCP, anything, and SQL you should be mastering, or you should at least have to know complex queries as well, SQL, and yeah, Python basics, and yeah, any kind of cloud.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I think that is it. Most of the people have already asked. We have also answered most of them. BA means business analyst. Yeah, only one cloud. If you want to master one cloud. What do
Yeah,
you
that
think,
is.
Vinay? What if you
Uh,
want to if you want to advise a fresher or somebody with 2 3 years experience, which cloud you want to tell them to master?
like the master means, if you, I mean, more all services are related to each other. Like, let's suppose we have AWS Lambda, so maybe in Azure or GCP we have functions. So both represent the same, but name only changes. I feel only the name changes. So mastering one would be enough. I mean, enough means when we go to another GCP project. Now currently you're in AWS project, and future if you go to GCP project, yeah, you will be easy to shift it. I mean, there is nothing complex, I guess. Only thing is that name changes, difference between names in the each different cloud. Generally, we have AWS EMR here. In Google Cloud, we have Dataproc as a cluster, I guess, as a
Yeah,
Hadoop cluster.
yes, correct. Yeah. Talking about market shares, probably AWS has a better market at the moment. But I believe the way Microsoft is, becoming number one for most of the companies who are doing digital transformations, I think they'll probably take over AWS in couple of years. But yeah, you can master any one of them, and switching over to another cloud should not be a big deal.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, so Nikhil is telling to cover CT. Yeah, we can cover CT in one of the live sessions. Sure. That's it, guys. 15 minutes left for the match to begin. Let's wind up the class here itself. Thank you all for tuning in. It was great, and I really feel great to be back as well, because it's almost been like 2 3 months. There was no video at all on my channel, but glad to be back. We'll be active, post more and more videos. So, and moreover, thanks for the wonderful session, Vinay. It was really informative, and we will have such sessions in the future on multiple other topics. And yeah, that's it. Vinay, do you want to say any last line?
Yeah. Thanks, Satyajit. Thanks for inviting me. So I was keen interested from past 1 year to give trainings in this. So yeah, thank you so much.
Great, great. Okay, guys, that's it. See you all in the next session or in the next video. Bye bye. Keep subscribing my channel. Keep subscribing means subscribe my channel. Keep liking my videos. Share my videos as much as possible. And that's it. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.